y'all, what's up? So, I'm gonna give my Monday Night Raw review. I saw clips on YouTube about Monday Night Raw, the highlights, the matches, and stuff like that. And I want to give my review of what I saw. I still feel like I need to get Hulu for. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm extremely exhausted. Like, I had 3 hours of sleep. I could not sleep last night, so I was just up cleaning my house, and then had to be up to get my son ready for school. Then I had to go straight to work, and I just told them. And then my allergies are on like 10. I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting a sinus infection, but I had to leave. I'm headed home now. I'm gonna take a nap, and if it's still bad after I wake up, I'm going to urgent care. But for right now, because I don't drink coffee, so I have to get up on my own. I eat a lot of candy. That's my sugar thing. If I feel like eating it, or I drink tea, but I don't feel like anything. And then I had a brownie this morning, which was terrible. And before that, I haven't eaten since last night. And I feel like I'm so tired that if I eat, itis is really gonna kick in, and I'm gonna be asleep at work. So I told him, I was like, I gotta go. I'll just stay extra another day, or spread it out until Friday. It's only Tuesday. But yeah. So from what I seen on Raw, I like the episode. I said I gotta get Hulu because it's not just because Jay's there. Like, I've seen a lot of times that I don't have cable. I've been out of work for like 5 months. So the stuff that's not necessary, I don't have. Like, I have streaming services. Me and my family members each have one, and we share, passwords. And then my mom has Spectrum. So I use hers, even though she lives in Florida and I'm in North Carolina, which sucks because I have Spectrum internet, but certain channels I still can't get. Like, she gets TBS. I don't understand why they won't allow me to have it. So I can't even watch NXT or USA. She doesn't have USA, which sucks. I don't know why she doesn't have it. She has TNT and TBS. TBS I understand because she likes Big Bang Theory, even though I have Max and you can watch all the episodes. But TNT, I don't even think she'd watch. Like, trade that out. It's good if you watch AEW, but other than that, no. But so yeah, the first clip I saw was, and because I saw clips, I don't know what order this is all in. I know what was the last thing because the copyright thing came on. And then I just went over. But the first clip I saw was KO out there, Jey out there. I was gonna say something, but y'all know I can't say nothing. So Jey was out there talking to KO. They was talking, I guess, and KO was talking about how nobody trusted for the bloodline, which is true. And then he wanted to be his partner because Judgment Day came out. Now, Jey looked good, okay? I love the blue on him. Like, the blue looks good on him. The gray looks good on him. I wonder if he gonna stay blue and black, because like the pants with the palm trees and stuff. I wonder how long that's gonna be a thing. But I like the hair too, because that bright platinum blonde he had was not it. Y'all know I'm a hair person. I gotta redo mine tonight or tomorrow. I like that, and I was like, oh, he look good with the blue. The blue suits him. Like, you know how certain people wear certain colors and you be like, oh, that's their color, blue is his color. So it would be nice if he had some like blue, black, and white dunks. I ain't even pay attention to the shoes. I was looking at the shirt and the hair. So Judgment Day came out, which they look good, except for Priest's hair. It was wet. You know how they put the water and conditioner on it, but it was like, I wanted him to separate it. Like, I wanted to go into the TV and separate it with my fingers, like separate it out, because it was like 4 big clumps in the back. And I know he has a pair of white pants, and I mentioned I like his pants during pay-per-view event. Lord, forgive me, because I'm tired. I can't even remember the name of it. like the pants, but you know what I like about the pants? I like the part on the thigh with the intricate details of like the cross and the buckles. And I know he got a purple pair like that, which he hasn't really worn, the white or purple pair, but I like the intricate details, because when you look at the back, I be like, it's not all that, but the front, I love. I don't really so much. I could care less if he wears a top or not. But I love that. I love Dom's character. Like, I hate it, but I love it. Because you know that I'm so glad he's not talking about being locked up no more. But the reception he gets from being a heel, I was like watching it last night, cleaning up, and I was like, I know he got to be making bread. Because you know they only keep you. I used to say back in the day, if people were like really, really hated you or really loved you. And I've said it the other day, and I'm gonna say it again. Dom is the top heel in all of wrestling. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if they live AEW, Impact, NPJW, Mexican wrestling, Ohio wrestling, Texas wrestling. I don't care. Don't nobody get reception like him when he come out. The man can't even talk. And honestly, the crowd was booing so loud, it made it seem like his mic was turned down when he was talking. Because I said, what the hell did he say? Like, he was talking, but I couldn't understand nothing he said. Like, only bits and pieces. So, yeah, I saw that. And then KO accidentally got kicked in the face by Jey, which was an accident. But, like Cole said, if you had built up a list of enemies, it doesn't matter if you did an accident or not. They still gonna look at it like you did it on purpose. You haven't changed. Okay, so then I saw the clip with, who was it next that I saw? I saw Shinsuke and Seth, which I love Seth. I like Shinsuke too. You know what I liked about the clip? That Shinsuke is playing a heel. He's good for it too, so he can switch from English to Japanese. But the thing that caught my eye, first of all, it caught my eye was him beating up Ricochet. And that's why I said I need to get pay-per-view back, because last time I was watching it, Alpha Academy was beating beef with the Viking Raiders, and I already called that Maxine was going to end up wrestling. Then when I watched the clip a couple weeks ago when they was like New Day fought Viking Raiders, and then it was Drew and Riddle fighting Viking Raiders, I was like, wait, when did the story progress with Viking Raiders and these other tag teams? Like, stuff like that is what I be missing. So like Payback, honestly, I think it was more Raw wrestlers than SmackDown wrestlers. It might have been one person for SmackDown on the card, or like one match on the card from them. But I'm like, if you don't watch Raw or don't watch the clips, you don't know what's going on. So that's why I was like, I liked the Payback, but I felt lost. I felt lost for a little bit. And then, because I was like, I don't know how to build up storylines. Like, and you know, I'm here for the promos. I'm here for the storylines. I'm here for the promos. I also love when they wrestle. But my thing is production. Okay. Hair. And gear. Wrestling is in there because it's wrestling is the first thing, you know. But outside of that, it'll be that, and then it will be like promos that at least that progresses the storyline. So yeah, so then after that it was, yeah, so I was like, I like Shinsuke, but I loved his hair, like the waves in it, and then the top bun. Like, I was like, his hair is everything. Like, if my hair could do that, y'all wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. You hear me? Like, it'll get wet for a little bit, stay wet for a little bit, but it dries out. Because I have, my brain, low porosity hair, so it doesn't really take well to water, and then, like, I would have to oversaturate for it to look somewhat decent. Some people, you can wet their hair be wet the whole time. Not me. You wet my hair, it might stay wet at most for an hour. That thing gonna dry up. It's gonna dry up. Even when I used to grease my scalp, my son has it too, genetically. So like, I used to cornrow and grease his oil his scalp, that oil dry up like that. I'd be pissed. Like, your hair look dry. I love this hair. I love this his thing, and I love the fact he said, "You weren't medically cleared," but he was like, "I'm taking care of something else." But I'm still coming for that title, basically. Like, okay, Shinsuke, okay. And then I saw Cesaro. Azaro. I can't say his name. When I tell y'all I'm tired, he fought. Did he fight? I gotta rewatch that clip. But then I saw Drew and Woods match, the clip, and that match actually looked real good. Okay. And I was like, did Kofi get injured again when he tried to help McIntyre and Brittle? Is that why Woods is out there by himself, or are they finally giving Woods a chance at a singles title? Like, cause he's the only one in New Day that hasn't had one, and he's been there for a while. So I don't know. But that match was good, and I thought Woods was gonna win on multiple occasions, but Drew came out the winner. The first clip I saw was Chad coming out when Gunther was getting his record in his ceremony, which I explained before that I don't like how 2022, 23 everyone's breaking records, not unless your story calls for it. Now, remember I said the element of surprise is gone and stuff like that, and it was like from the matches we know who's fighting, also even to like we know if someone's doing it for storyline or if someone actually earned it. Like we know that now. Like the Chad promo, I like Chad as an Alpha Academy as an upbeat person, but I will say that you can tell he doesn't do a lot of promos other than the shoe stuff. Cause I'm like, when he talked about his daughter, it seemed ingenuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably has to work on his promos, which everyone has to work on something. It's just life. It's perfecting your craft. You're always learning when you're perfecting your craft in any type of business, any type of field, whatever. But this is what I'm talking about so I follow somebody called Lovely, and she's a wrestling auntie on Twitter, and she was mentioning how we could tell like the element of love there is there. Like we can't tell. We used to when we were younger. And it was like they don't know if it's the creative team or what. We couldn't tell if it was preordained for people to win the match, or if it was actually they earned the win the match. They just won. You know what I'm saying? In storyline. So after Chad lost, one of his daughters cried. Right. So I'm like. So then he brought up his daughter in the promo. So now I was confused because I was like, I first thought Gunther, they let him win it. You know what I'm saying? Because they want him to break the record. Because I was like, there's no way in hell you beating Chad. And I've seen old clips of him fighting people about his size, Gunther's size. Okay? He's an Olympian. There's no way in hell. But I will say, them German wrestlers is different. You hear me? Them people over there in the pond, like Germany got it, Mexico got it, Japan got it, Samoans got it, the Pacific Islanders, like they got wrestling down. They got moves named after them, like the German suplex. So I don't even know. But what really had me confused, which I love, is when he brought up his daughter and she was crying. So I was like, was she really crying? And he bringing it up because she lost, or did they was like, okay, the match over, cry, because you know some kids can fake cry on the spot, and then we gonna add this, because I'm like, if they did that was genius. You hear me? So after that, what did I see? I saw. I gotta figure out the last match because it's stuck on my tongue and I don't know. Yeah, and then they Imperium jumped Gable, and then Otis came out, and then Ciampa came out, and everybody was like, what Ciampa got to do with it? And I was like, I don't even know what Ciampa got to do with it. And I honestly forgot that he came back. That's how long I ain't watched wrestling. Haven't watched Raw. I haven't watched Raw since June. I forgot. So then, after this is the time I got to work 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago. And then, what else happened after that? I'm turning in my house, so it's hard for me to. I'm in my house right now. So after that, give me a sec. Okay, so I saw Akira. I found out because I had to come home and look on TV. Akira Tozawa in the Miz fight, which is very good. I'm proud to having Akira fight. He's a great. He wrestles well. You know, some people be on the roster and just be traveling, and might wrestle at the house shows, but you don't see him on live events like on TV forever, and not unless you're someone that goes to all the house shows. It's harder, I guess, for you to sell merchandise and stuff like that, especially if that's a big part of your salary, because nobody knows you're there, nobody's aware or anything like that. You especially with a lot of mental health stuff going on, and a lot of wrestlers don't keep up with social media, not unless they're like put highlights of what they did, or if they are trying to sell something or something like that. So it yeah. So that now I'm tired. And the Miz won. And then I told my son, he's another one. The Miz is another one. That's like Finn, that didn't get a lot of matches, and you forget how good of a wrestler they are, because every time you see Miz, as of lately, he's had on his suits clean. Okay, he coming out clean with some good, like, he looks great in a suit. He's like Montez, how I mentioned before, that you could tell that he had to wear a lot of suits, or if he walked past me, like, and he told me he worked for a marketing firm and I didn't know who he was as a wrestler, I believe it, because he looks like he could wear one every day. And mind you, I watch Miz and Mrs. and when he's not on the WWE, he's got on basketball shorts and like a sweatshirt. So, but that was good. Then Cody coming out was like, what do you want to talk about? Talking about Jey. And then Dom comes out. That's why I said Dom is the top heel in the company. He couldn't even talk. And then he get Crossroads, and JD McDonough gets and then JD got on all black. So is he part of the Judgment Day, or is he still like in the interim process? Because if he's in the interim process, I would think he would be the first one to be in the interim process. Like, I don't think when Rhea and Finn and them joined that they had, it was either he was in or he was out. Oh, and then speaking of Judgment Day, when Jay was like, I hope you KO Sammy not here, Dom was talking about all I try to do to get you in. And I'm like, first of all, not unless he is crazy. I was going to say Josh. I be calling him by his name ever since I hear him on Up, Up, Down, Down. Like, I know him. But, like, he's like, I'm trying to let you in the Judgment Day. And I'm like, ain't nobody in their right mind going to go from a dysfunctional family that's going through stuff right now. They had to fight their own family, to another dysfunctional group of people that consider themselves family. That's going like this. You might as well, if I was going to do that, I might as well stay where the hell I'm at. The only difference is it's a little less strict with the Judgment Day, even though we run it. I don't care what nobody says, she run it. It's a little less strict with the Judgment Day. Judgment Day cheat more. That's it. Like, they don't have beef like Bloodline yet, because I saw it coming with Finn and Damon. If they didn't win the tag team title, and Finn would have won another title, that would have been real conflict. That would have been good though. Real bad conflict. So then, that's why I said he looked good, because I'm looking at the clip right now. Let me stop, because he married. Even though in my brain, from what I've observed and seen on social media and stuff, I don't know if he's still married. And it's not about like the women thing, so like that. It's about like, for me, it's like the tattoos of his son's name. He didn't put his wife's name there. When his brother got married, he didn't show, which is understandable because the kids are in school. But like even at like their family thing, it's a picture where like Trinity took of all of them, and he has a son, but his wife not there. So I'm like, not unless she took the picture, because she really don't want to be on social media. She wasn't there. That's what makes me think that. And honestly, I'm praying for everybody's relationship that has someone that's in any type of entertainment, any type of restaurant, like hospitality business, like hotel, because you work crazy hours. You don't really get to see your loved one like that. It's hard to spend time with each other. And when you spend time with each other, it's like somebody might have an attitude or stuff because, you weren't there to help them out or stuff like that. And as someone who was in restaurant business and her ex is in the music industry, I don't wish separation or divorce on nobody. Okay? No cheating or nothing like that. That's why I'm praying that these couples, modern day couples, stay together, millennials like me, because I'm like, we're showing younger generations who don't know what the hell they talking about when it comes to dating in these podcasts. It irks my nerves. That you could still be lit and be married or be in a long-term relationship. I really don't wish separation on anybody, especially coming from someone that was with someone and I got cheated on, and I found out because he had a baby with the person who cheated on me with. Like, it's the worst feeling in the world to feel that when someone you're in love with does something like that. And I'm not saying anybody cheated, but I'm saying even if you are in a 5-year relationship or a 3-year relationship and y'all just break up because y'all grew apart, it still hurts. Like that, being physically damaged or physically scarred, I don't believe is as bad as being emotionally scarred, because physical scars go away. Say you got into an accident or something and you got something torn on your leg and you get the stitches and all of that, and that takes a while to heal. And yeah, it might not look the same when it fully heals. You still might see a small line, but it heals. This right here can take forever to heal. And if you don't, even when you move on with it, like sometimes the devil plays tricks on you and brings it up in your dreams, or something will randomly remind you of this person. Like, it sucks. So that's why I say what I say. And I also don't be trying to look at married people like that, because I don't try to cover nobody's husband or wife. I don't want nobody looking at mine if I ever were to get one again, a boyfriend or a husband. So, but I digress. Anyways, and then the ending I saw was Rhea versus Raquel, and I called this, like I said a while ago, and they had a rematch. The thing with Raquel is she likes to wrestle slowly. She likes to slow things down, like how, you know how when the bloodline fights and they're like, oh, they got it to their pace, they slow things down so they could take over. The difference with Raquel is she's a great powerhouse, but she wants to slow it down when she's in the mix too soon for me, if that makes sense. So like, Rhea was taking over most of the match. Raquel countered, had her up against the ropes, hit her fast first, right? Then once you get more control of it, then slow it down, right? But that counter she did off the top rope was crazy. Was it her? Was that the match? And they both ended up on the floor, or they kicked each other and ended up on the floor? Or maybe I'm thinking about,
I might be thinking about another match. I was watching this at like 2 a.m. Okay, so charge it to my head, not my heart, because I really. And then they was talking about who is this? Who is this? When Rodriguez got picked up. First of all, we know what Nia's gear looks like. Okay, we know it's her. We know it's her. Okay, she's gorgeous and thick. Like, we know it's her. First of all, that wig she had on and her face, that wig was everything. It was laid, honey. And then her face was beat to the gods, okay? She looked good, okay? And then after all that, she did what she did to Rhea. She did a Rikishi move on her. She got off top rope and sat her. I said, oh, Lord. Like, she almost sat on her boobs. So then my thing was, is it going to be like it was when she came for Royal Rumble and just be out for a couple months? Or is she coming to be in Fastlane and it's going to be a triple threat between her, Raquel? They're going to build it up, and Rhea. So that would be a good one. But another thing in my brain is, I know this was like 4 or 5 years ago, but how are her knees? Because I think she had to get double knee surgery. So can she fully? And I follow her on Instagram, and I know she wrestles and stuff with. Is it Apollo she wrestles with? But I'm like, how? It's not like how good are you in the ring. We know you're good in the ring, but like, how can your body hold up? Are you okay? That's what it is for me. Like, are your knees good and stuff like that? Because knee surgery is something. Okay, my mom had to get it twice on both knees, like 4 years apart. So it's a lot, and that holds up your entire body. And for me, that's what I'm concerned with her. It's like, are you going to be okay to wrestle? Not that you can't wrestle, because they could use you, especially in SmackDown. We need somebody to carry the woman's storyline. Okay, it's not that. It's just that I like Nia. Like, I want her to do well, but I want wrestlers. Like, I want to see great matches, but I want the wrestlers to be healthy. And I'm talking like I own WWE. Like, KO was in the thing and got super kicked, and then he was fighting against Judgment Day, and then he was limping on that knee, and I was like, his knee still hurting? Like, does he need surgery on that? Because his knee he been wobbling on that knee since before that he was a tag team champion. Okay, so that's got to be at least 7 months that I've paid attention to. And then, like, Seth with his back, like, we love you as a character, Seth. We don't know you as a human being, even though you seem cool. But we would want you to go and get it when you first find out about it. And I know they love what they do so much, they want to wait till later. But it's easier to heal when you first find out about it. Because if you wait years and years and years and years down the line, like Seth said, his back's been like that for 10 years. Now, your other bones in your spine are probably supporting the one that's messed up and is breaking everything else down. Like, please go get it done. Because we don't want you to retire early. Like, if you could get it, go see a doctor and it could get you together and they'd be like, okay, after this, we could do physical therapy and then you could wrestle. And then even if they put like metal on his back, I think my mama got spine surgery too. Metal on her back. She has fibro and arthritis, so she's had a couple surgeries. The knees, the back was 2020, and then she's had the rotator cuff because she used to drive city buses. So, and she was in the military. So, but yeah, like, we would want you to go get it done. Then hurry up and get it together. Like, it's gonna suck to be out, but it's better than you find it out later, and then you have to get the surgery. There's no way around it, and then you have to retire. Like, take the first option. Please take the first option. But I want to see what's going to happen with Nia. So that's what I was like, I gotta get Gable back. Cause this is to me, SmackDown. I like SmackDown because I like the people on it, but me, Raw's been carrying. Okay, Just saying. So I hope you all have an amazing day. I would have done it earlier, like I said, but I don't have cable. So I was literally up at 2, 3 in the morning with YouTube playing in the background. And I was just like, I've seen everything I wanted to see. Like, in passing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, because I would put up something on Netflix, but I would get into it and would have sat down and would have sat down and fell asleep, and and I needed to clean my house. Like, during the day, I have too much going on, like work, and then my son, Boys and Girls Club, and he has basketball practice, and his soccer's practice about to start. Then I have to come home and cook dinner. Then I have to try to work out a little bit. Then I have to help him pick him up, help him with his homework. And then if he wants to go outside for a little bit while it's still daytime, I have to stand outside with him because he's only 9. Like, it's not the fact that he's only 9. It's the fact that we stay downtown in the city. So the other half of our neighborhood is cross street. Like, I have to watch him cross street because these cars on no speed limit. And then, after that, to make sure he showers and then eat because the food is ready, take his medicine, and then we read bedtime stories and a Christian Bible story, and then he says his prayers, and I bought him an analog alarm clock, and with the radio on it, I cut on the radio, cut off the light, he goes to sleep. Then I try to come down here, have some me time, and sometimes it works. And half the time, as soon as I sit down, I fall asleep on the couch. Like, I don't have time to really thoroughly clean my house. Even, like, I'm going out the house 7 days a week. Like, Monday through Friday is that. Saturday is games and stuff. Sunday is church. And then church is the day for relaxation. So now it's church and football. And then after that, while, like, we're relaxing, I'm getting my mind ready for the week. And I'm exhausted. So I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. So, so watching it in passing, I hope I did the review justice. I've only watched clips. I told my son that Charlotte was last week, which is 2.5 hours away from Raleigh. I told him, to me, Norfolk seemed more exciting. And honestly, last year, after they got done with Charlotte, they went to Norfolk like a week, 2 or 3 weeks after that, and that's when the Usos were heavy on SmackDown, and they ended up coming to Norfolk, the University, and Norfolk was hyped in then, just a storyline in general, and I was like, we could have went to Norfolk low key. We 2.5 hours away from there, like, but I knew I wasn't going. I don't have being a state employee. You only get paid once a month, like. That's the only sucky thing. The benefits and stuff are good, but the pay period sucks. So, yeah, I have to next time. But anyways, I hope you guys like my review, like I said, because it was only from clips I saw in passing. I was cleaning and looking. If something got good, I would stop and be like, all right, let me get back up. So that's all I'm gonna say. I hope you guys have a good day. And if not, it's not too late to turn your day around. It's not even afternoon yet. So you still got hours in the day. Love you. Bye.